Mm-hmm. All right, we are live Tuesday Night Live, October 29th, 2 days from Halloween, 3 days from November, best time of the year. Mike is back. Hopefully his internet's working. Hopefully mine's working. I had a night mine was out.
Yeah.
And just welcome to everyone. We appreciate you. Mike, you hear me okay?
Yeah, hear you great. How's it? Can you hear me okay? My voice is
Yeah,
low. I,
you're
I
good.
coach
You're good.
I coach tonight. My voice is all jacked up.
Nice. You yelled a lot at your
Yep,
children.
pretty much.
Good deal. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see here.
How's it going, Jimmy? Hey,
All
Scott.
right, we
Hey,
got some
Joe.
folks on. We're ready to roll. Scott Butler's here. Jim is here. Joe is here. I saw that Scott sent me some photos that came through earlier. I'm guessing they're deer. Hopefully, I don't want any photos of him. Jim says, "Welcome back, Mike Collins. They missed you, bud."
Thank you, sir. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. I'm glad to be back.
Sounding and looking good. That's what we like to hear right there.
Excellent. Yeah, I just got
Tommy
done
Bowen
saying.
is here. Anthony Jones. Howdy, my friends. We're so glad you're here, Anthony. Oh, so waiting on a few more people to hop on. Mike, what you been up to? We've missed you. We've not seen you in a while.
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
everybody
It's
in here.
good to be back. We've been busy with a lot of sports activities going on. Tryouts are going on for my oldest over at the middle school, and Wyatt's been keeping me busy on the weekends. I've been, I kind of got in a situation where his former coach is only coaching girls at his age group, so I didn't really have a place to get him for basketball. So I just decided to coach his team, and here we go. I coached tonight. Actually, that's why my voice is all jacked up. I just got done coaching about an hour and a half
How
ago.
did how the Cats look tonight? Anybody know? Anybody watch the Wildcats play tonight? How they look?
I caught the tail end of I caught most of the second half, and they played pretty well. They looked pretty
They
good.
shot well.
Actually, they shot poorly in the first half, picked up in the second, but the Brandon Garrison, the big guy, played really well. Man, he had a tomahawk dunk over top of somebody. It was awesome.
Nice.
He had
Nice.
12 points and like 8
I
rebounds or
was
something
looking
like that.
Yeah, I was looking at their schedule today, and I was like, okay, what games can I get? I keep thinking my hat's crooked. What games can I go to? I can't wait to go watch them. Let's see here. Mike is not freezing tonight. Everybody's so happy your internet's fixed.
That's
Hey,
good.
we're just getting started. We're just getting started. The night's not over. Usually Mike starts to slow down, jumble up, pixelated. So we'll see how it goes. Paul Priest says, I'm late. Paul, just barely 3 minutes, brother. We count that as right on time around here. Who won the giveaway last week? It was Nicholas Caps. And listen, we had over 500 comments last week. And you know
That's
what?
awesome.
I forgot to grab something to give away. So
Hey,
I don't
Dwayne.
really have anything near me, but I'll find something. No, I'm not giving that away. I'm keeping that. Let's see. We'll find something to give away. Anyway, let's see. What's up, guys? Dwayne Bess is here. Guys, I want to know something. Halloween is on Thursday. Now, I have an 11-year-old. I have a 9-year-old. We're going to be trick-or-treating. I ain't thinking anything about deer hunting when I'm out there with my girls. But how many of you are bound and determined? You hear every year, so many people love, I would like a hat. Okay. Hey, sure, we'll give away a hat. Let's see. Have a lot of hats. I'll go grab one. I don't know what kind. Got a lot of crap in here, guys. We'll give away a hat, but we got to get to 400 comments for a hat. That's a good one. Last week we did 519, 533. I don't know, something kept going up. But we will give away a hat tonight. Here's the deal. I've not even mailed Nicholas's turkey call because he's not giving me his address. So if we get to 400 comments, let's go ahead and put that up there. 400, we have to up it. Uh-oh. Is that it? 400 comments by the end of the show. Now, we cheated last week, though, because we did go like 15 minutes extra. I really don't need to do that tonight. My house is a wreck. I need to get it straightened up. Hat giveaway. Now, it's not going to be an Eastern Outdoors hat. It might be I know for sure. Now, if you were at deer camp, I've got repeat hats. So you might get the same one twice if you win. But I know for sure I have a orange Vortex hat. That could be a little popular. What else do we have there? I don't know. We'll give a hat away. How about that? That sounds great. That was a great idea. He wants an Eastern Outdoors hat. That's like a $35 hat, Joe. We're gonna have to get like 1,000 comments for that. We'll get there one of these days, Joe. Not gonna be tonight, my brother. Let's see
Yeah.
here. Tony is here. Good evening, fellas. Tommy says, I'm hunting the Halloween morning before the wind and rain hits. That's a good idea. Casey wants a hat with my autograph. Casey, if you win, you better bet right on the bill. It's going to be my signature. And 100% not joking. If it's a hat that fits you, I know it'll fit me. No, sir. It'll be way too tight. Way too tight. Let's see here. Oh, did I just see Nick? No. Evening, gentlemen. Steve says, oh, I think Nicholas has the same address as me. That's funny. Steve, that's very funny.
Love
Very
it.
funny. You get the pictures I sent you of my granddaughter deer shot she got on Fort Knox. Greg, I got your message. I've not opened it, but I will share it at the end of the show. So if you have photos, here's what we do. If you're new here, if you're just tuning in, or if you just have a bad memory, every Tuesday during deer season, Nicholas Caps is here. Every Tuesday during deer season, like the last 15 minutes of the show, we just share people's deer. Maybe it's a trail camera picture and everybody's like, oh, that's 3.5 years old. Oh, that's, or maybe it's, that's a 140-inch deer or something like that. Or maybe it's a deer that you've killed recently. Maybe it's a deer that your friends have killed. Maybe it's roadkill, cool deer. I don't know. But we share those at the end. So you can go ahead and send those to me and we'll put those up. Brent sent me a video. Brent, I've not seen it, but we'll show it. Anyone hunting Peabody this weekend? Josh, are you going to Peabody this weekend? Because I keep forgetting to call him. He's told me over and over, hey, give me a call. Hey, he even invited me, hey, come out to Keeneland. We're at Keeneland. I've been busy.
Been crazy busy this year, man.
So, yeah. I'll watch YouTube if I miss the live. There you go, brother. I appreciate you. It was a good one. We will show it for sure. What's up, y'all watching for Hattiesburg, Mississippi? Hey, that's one thing. Why don't everyone go ahead in the comments. If you're in Kentucky, tell us the county you're watching from. So right now I'm in Franklin County. Mike's in Kenton County. Right? Oh, look, Nicholas just sent me his address. Middlesboro, Kentucky. It'll be on its way tomorrow, Nicholas. Probably. Not guaranteed, but probably. Gordy is from Ohio. Hey, John, leaving Friday for 10 days, hunting Southeast Ohio with my buddies from North Carolina. Any three of them could come due to issues from the flood. Only three of them could come due to issues from the flood. Yeah. North Carolina got slammed. It's like just a big blood pit now. Horrible. Boone County, Kentucky representing. Warren County. Look at that. Western Kentucky. Hopkins. Messed me up here. Hopkins County, Lawrence County. I got invited to hunt at Lawrence County this weekend, but I can't. Look at this City Boy Joshua Boone Sweet. Great Fayette County. Another city guy from Jefferson County. That's Louisville. Tony. Pike County. Biggest county in the state. Hey,
good old
Pike County's been producing.
Yes, they have.
And I'm just talking about Hurley. Can we talk for a second? Let's talk about let me look at all these counties first, okay? Because we just like to talk, right?
Yeah,
what about the deer I put pictures from Sunday that I posted up in Messenger chat? Jim, remind me, I'll get to them. What are y'all's? Oh, Jim, no. Somebody put one in the chat yesterday, I think yesterday, that I cannot share. Do you remember that one? I cannot share that one.
I don't think I did see that.
Moving like, hold on. Montgomery County, Bell County, Richmond. Richmond's not a county. Jefferson, Madison, Rowan. Joshua laughing at being a city boy. All right, so if you follow the page on Sunday, I think I posted pictures of Hurley Combs, one of my best friends. I love that man. He's been good to me. He's just a great guy once you get to know him. And I post pictures of him and his son that are posing with the two giant black bears. Now, say what you want about the photo, but those are huge black bears. Yeah. Hurley's weighed 347. I think Jake's was bigger than his. But, guys, they got crushed in the comments. Because when they took pictures of the bear, Jake and Hurley sitting side by side. Here's the bear in front of them. And they got crushed in the comments. Now, I thought it was unfair. I thought people in the comments were being mean. Some of them were just playing around, but some of them were being serious. But they were talking about them just sitting so far back in the picture. right? When I saw the picture, I just saw two huge bears. And then finally, I just got on there and said, look, you guys don't want Hurley to start comparing resumes because he's killed more big game in Kentucky than all of y'all combined, right? You just don't want to start comparing resumes. But did y'all see that? Did you see that, Mike?
I
Where
did see
people
that.
just
Yeah.
getting him? I was texting him while it was going on. He was, he was laughing about it. He don't care, but
No.
dude, he is a lot of bears being killed. Anybody on here go bear hunting this weekend? Whether it was with dogs last week or with just archery. Let's see. Without the hat, you favor Kentucky's new basketball coach, Mike.
Coach Mark Pope. Look
Mark
at that.
Pope, look at that. If they ban baiting, I'm going to stop hunting. Oh, you guys are commenting like crazy. You want that hat. If they ban baiting, I'm going to stop hunting. Joe, is that true? Is that true, Joe? I don't know if you're being serious or not. Here's a serious question. How would you get one of those bears out of a public land mountain? A good knife, brother. A good knife and a strong back.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Right?
Yeah, quarter that
A
thing up.
good
Probably.
knife. Oh, good. I've got a load of cantaloupes picking up. If you buy cantaloupes in Pennsylvania, I probably hire the truck to get them there this week. Anyway, I tracked the deer for Hurley Combs. All right. He's killed some good deer too. He's killed a
Yes, he
giant
has,
elk
man.
and a giant bear this year. I mean, those
It's
are
a
the
good
top of
year.
the list. I got here late. How do we get the hat? 400 comments, Gary. 400 comments, and I'm going to randomly choose. Mike, I don't know if you got to watch last week. So I said, okay, if we get 350 comments,
Yep.
I'm giving away a Billy Barnett turkey call. And I don't know what I did with it, Nick. I've got more in the garage, but we got 500. So, okay, I went to random.org. I put in like 1 through 520, and I chose a random number. And I had to count 328 comments. Like I had to go to my phone and count 1, 2, 3, all
Yeah.
the way to 328. Nick Caps is a winner.
That's awesome.
Tonight, if we get past 400, now I'm combining on our page and on my personal page. And if you're watching right now and you're watching and it says John Stepp, it doesn't say Eastern Outdoors Media, and you're commenting and you're like, why is this jerk not replying to my comments? He's replying to Joshua Boone's or Joshua Sweets, or he's replying to Gary Kite. Why is he not replying to me? If you're on my page, which I appreciate you, I can't see the comments. I can only see it. I don't know why. I don't make the rules, but I can only see it on my page. So, what was the question? I'm kind of on everything tonight.
There's been a lot of different questions. I saw Brad. Brad asked about the cats and Mark Pope. Real quick to just address that real fast, just as a side topic. At first I was completely against the hire. I wasn't sure that was going to work out.
Guys, he was miserable. Listen,
I was
he's not going to be. All he wants to recruit is these white Kentucky kids. That's what
not
he's
what I
saying all
said.
the time.
That's not what I said. But I was
Word for
worried
word.
that our recruiting
Word
was
for
going to
word.
go way down.
See, told you.
And I didn't use I didn't put.
You said white, slow Kentucky kids. You said especially those. You said especially the ones from the mountains, like Trent Doe.
Yes, you did. You're putting words in my mouth. But I just was a little bit concerned. I mean, on a larger scale or a big level, he's not really performed. He's never won a tournament game or anything like that. So there was some concern there. But now with his personality, that's come out very quickly. As far as the way he speaks to fans, the way he speaks to players, the way he speaks to media, he's a fun guy. He seems like he's got a great personality. He's a good person. So I'm pretty stoked. Like I'm excited now. I'm on board. I'm ready and fired up. I think the players that he's brought in or have bought into the program, and not necessarily it's refreshing that the sound of the it's about the program and about the fans, not necessarily about the players and then moving on to that next level. Now, I think we still need to make that a priority because that's what kids want. Kids want to go to the NBA, but it's kind of refreshing not to hear a lot about it this year and it be an emphasis on, the coach's brand or the player's brand or the NBA brand. It's been nice to get back to that Kentucky brand. So I'm excited, man. I'm ready for the season to get going, and it's right around the corner now that the exhibitions are over.
All right, guys, you heard it here. Mike hates Kentucky high school kids.
No, that's not what I said.
Hey, so I just went to my page to see who's watching to invite them to come over. Now, There's a guy on there. I'm hoping he shows up. His name is Mitch Kruer. MIT. Mitch, are you watching? I'm just wondering if Mitch is watching because this is a cool story. This is not a basketball story. This is a deer hunting story, Scott. So shut your mouth. But while we're waiting on Mitch, I hope he shows up. Scott did ask a good question. What's y'all's movement like? I'm seeing a lot of early, late night, mid morning on cam. I will tell you what happened to me over the weekend, and I had a debacle over the weekend. We won't talk about. We will talk about it. I don't care. But I was at Josh's and I was hunting and.
John, did you freeze up,
what
buddy?
we do out there, and that's okay. Sitting there about 35 yards. Am I free? Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no! It's striking again.
You're freezing a little bit.
I see the man. It's such BS.
Yeah, I'm seeing some lagging.
I don't know why it's doing that. Hold on, let me make sure I don't have anything else going.
I think you're better now.
Better. Okay, I think I'm better now. Okay. Anyway, so it's the curse of Collins. There we go.
Back.
Mike came. Oh my gosh, Jim, you're right. You're right. So anyway, I was sitting there like 35 yards off of a corn pile, right? I was sitting on the ground, and I was just wanting to shoot a doe, and my brother texted me, and he's like, "Hey, there's 3 does on the other camera. They're going to be headed your way. Sit tight, be ready. Okay." Well, there was a Mitch. We'll get to you in just a second, okay, Mitch? Hang tight. So there was a small buck in the corn, and I'm just sitting there watching this guy. Like he literally kept looking at me, like I'm in my ghillie suit, fully camoed out. He doesn't know what I am. He doesn't even realize I'm there. He kept staring at me. Nothing. Well, those 3 does come in. I see him look. Man, he put his nose to the ground, took off chasing those 3 does. Those 3 does bolted out of there, right? And then, he was just a little yearling buck. So he literally spent 15 minutes with his nose to the ground, just circling the area until he found their trail, and then he took off after them. So, I mean, I guess one of those does was smelling a little estrusy.
Could be.
And he took off after him, but it really screwed up because I could have had a doe the first day. Now, did I kill a deer this weekend? I didn't. I shot one. We never found it. It may or may not have shown back up on camera with a little love tap. But that's how it ended, Mike. That's how my weekend ended.
Stuff happens, man.
It was great. So let's talk about Mitch. All right, enough about me. Let's talk about Mitch. Now, Mitch here. Mitch, say hi to everyone. He's here. Mitch is now. I don't remember if Mitch is from Indiana or Louisville. It's basically the same thing. It's just separated. It's like Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky. Same thing, right? So Mitch here, about a year ago. Mitch, what was the date? Type the date of last year's event in the chat because you guys want to hear this. Mitch was saddle hunting, I think on public land, but he was out saddle hunting. And on November 4th. So what? 6 days from now. And something happened with his saddle. One of the knots failed. It wasn't Mitch's fault. It was an equipment issue from my favorite saddle hunting company. And Mitch fell. Mitch fell 24 feet to the ground. Crushed. I know he crushed his hand. And he laid there, was trying to crawl back to his truck. Now, Mitch, correct me if I'm wrong, but like 20 hours he crawled back to his truck. No one had heard from him. Finally, his family shows up. They find him. He survived a 24-foot fall. And if you're laying back and you fall 24 feet, guys, that's no bueno. Like that is a life-threatening incident. Like he could have died. But you see here, he burst. I thought he broke his hand, but maybe not. L2 burst fracture. So L2, something in his back, guys. I don't know. 25 hours total he spent with an L2 burst fracture in his back, crawling back to his truck, hoping someone would come find him, right? Also broke his left wrist. There you go. And how far back were you? That's a great question, Steve. Mitch, how far back in the woods were you? Guys, that was less, little less than 1 year ago. Okay, little less than 1 year ago. Now I think Mitch um, sent me photos here. I'm going to show you guys.
Yeah,
Now
he just
let's
shared.
just be honest. I am already not a fan of heights. Like I use a saddle. I might climb to 18 feet. I ain't going 24. I'm just, I just don't like it. Right? If I could hunt off the ground all the time, I would. I just don't like it. But Mitch here is much braver than me. So I'm going to show you
Yeah,
what Mitch did.
Mitch just shared that he was 500 yards, about 500 yards from the truck.
500 yards from the truck. Okay. So less than a year after falling 24 feet, fracturing his back, breaking his wrist, almost losing his life. Look what he did the other day, guys. Look at that. Less than a year, he's back out there. Now, I don't know if he might have hunted off the ground this time. I don't know. Mitch, were you back in the saddle this weekend? But look at that.
Wow,
Killed
that's a
a
dandy.
monster buck. And you can see right here, excellent shot. If you can see that
Hmm.
little
Perfect.
excellent shot. And can we just give like a emoji hand clap to Mitch? He was in a climber this time. Now, I think, Mitch, I always say I think saddles are safer than climbers. You could probably argue that they're not. But can we just celebrate Mitch for a second in the comments? Can you guys tell him
Yeah,
congratulations?
yeah, that's a
Give him a
dandy.
thumbs up, a hand clap, whatever. Mitch, we're happy for you, brother. And glad you're still around to tell the story. That's awesome.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a heck of a deer.
And
Congratulations.
I'm
And
going to remember. See, I've Mitch. I've been super busy with my job, my real life job. I'm going to remember tonight before I go to bed to share that story on our page in the morning. So kudos to Mitch. Now, Mitch, was this a Kentucky buck or Indiana buck? He said, please, please, please check your stuff.
yep.
Yeah, I do. Like with my saddle, I check it. I'm just now getting, this is what, my third season in it. I'm just now getting to where like I'm really comfortable. Like I can, stand up there and do whatever in it. But yeah, check your stuff. Indiana buck, second sit, 7:51 a.m. came to a scrape. There you go.
Wow, that's
And
awesome.
what day was that on, Mitch? Was that Saturday? I remember seeing it, but I don't remember when it was. If we hit 400 comments, give Mitch the giveaway. Hey,
I
Mitch has killed
love
a
it.
bigger buck than probably most of us this year. He's already got rewarded there.
That's a good
Glad to still
suggestion. I
have
like
you,
that.
Mitch. Yeah, absolutely. Saturday morning. So he killed it Saturday morning. Yeah, man, that's a fantastic story. Mitch, I guess I was probably hunting when you sent that to me, but I was very happy. And you go to his page, he's got a video. He's very excited. We love the enthusiasm. Um, we love the perseverance there. Bad thing was he wasn't even the deer he was after. So, Mitch, I mean, we still got time. I can buy an Indiana tag. We can go up there to public. Indiana's got some big deer. Um, if I just stumble and fall, it hurts me. Yeah. Well, another guy that we met through this page, Keith Jenkins. Keith, about 4 years ago, he was at Clay WMA. He may not want me to say that, but he killed a really nice 8-pointer there. He's from South Carolina. He comes up every year and hunts. Not sure where he hunted this year, but he had an accident with his saddle.
Hmm.
Um, it was it was his fault though. He stepped on a tree branch and the tree
Hmm.
branch snapped
Yep.
and he fell. But his testimony was his lineman's belt saved him. If he didn't
Yeah.
have his lineman's belt on, he really busted up his shin on his platform. But if he hadn't had that lineman's belt on, he was on the ground. So,
Yeah. I've had
yeah,
that happen once. I was holding on to a branch above me, and I was just kind of helping my dad get a tree stand put up, and I was standing on a branch and it broke. But I was
yeah, you
hanging
tell me
on.
about that. Yeah,
Yeah, I was hanging on up here, and my dad actually just he forgot what he was even working on, so he just grabbed me and pulled me to the tree trunk, and yeah, that was pretty
yeah,
crazy.
that is crazy. So this time of year is a good reminder. Be safe. Unfortunately, every year when gun season gets here, we have people die. Whether it's someone doesn't check where they're shooting and they shoot someone else, a lot of times it's self-inflicted, accidentally self-inflicted. Last year, I think was it last year? You guys can remember on opening day of last year, maybe the year before, in two different counties, far apart, like Garrett County and somewhere else. So Stephen Goebel's on here. He can tell me. Two guys accidentally shot themselves with their gun while going deer hunting in Kentucky. Man, you got to be safe. We had the guy last year who didn't know his buck was dead, had his like a long knife out. The buck started moving. He stabbed himself on the inner leg, hit an artery, dead. Just be safe. There's no deer worth your life. Just take your time. Nothing like a hard shot to the shin, man. That's true. 47 us. What's 47 mean? PK, I love you. Don't know what that means. Daniel says they're starting to make some scrapes at one of my stand sites. Well, there you go.
Yep.
Go get them. Chris is here, but he's a little late. Bub says, did you see the video I tagged you in the Hunting Eastern Kentucky game of the bear messing with a scrape rope? I did see that, and I think I commented and said that's a good one. It was a good bear. Daniel Poe says, hey, guys, I know – here's the thing about Daniel Poe. Big fan of Antler Builder. Right. Daniel's a big fan of Antler Builder and helped him kill a big buck this year. Yeah. WO says, I had a chain break on a lock-on stand, fell 22 feet, fractured an elbow, dislocated a finger, was very lucky, man.
Wow. Had no idea that's happened to you.
Fractured elbow and dislocated finger. That's a long fall, man.
Yeah. Well,
that's a long fall.
The chain, man, that's like the last thing you think would break. So you yeah. Oof.
3 points of contact when climbing: eyes, hands, and feet. My belly usually touches the sticks when I'm climbing.
That happens.
Joe says, I've got at least 20 scrapes around my small food plot. Go get them, Joe. I killed nice one 2 Saturdays ago. Yeah, Dan, I remember. Congratulations, brother. We appreciate you being on here. 15 points. Yeah, if you want to see Daniel's deer, you can go to the Antler Builder page. It's on there. New Antler Builder product coming out. It is the similar to the same ingredients that's in the Extreme Feed. It's like the block they already have, except they added cherry flavor to it as an attractant. That's going to be great. But it's 200 pounds. It's a 200-pound block. So you put that thing out before the season even starts, you're not going to have to get it back, I don't think. It's giant.
Wow.
Pretty good deal. That way, if you can't get out there and feed all the time and put your corn out every weekend or every other weekend, they still have something to come into, right?
That's right.
WO says it's a long fall, but you hit the ground fast. I don't want to find out. Found 4 large scrapes within 10 yards this weekend. One had fresh poop in it. It costs $120. It does cost $120, but that's cheaper than all the corn you're going to buy for the whole season. So you're right. I said it, and you're going to have a side-by-side ATV, and you're going to have a little bit of strength to get it on the ground or just run it off. But anyway, I had a nice one show up tonight. I grunted him towards me, but he never came out to the field to give me a shot. So is this the best time of year to grunt, rattle, use decoys? I mean, everybody says like Halloween through such and such date. I don't know. Are you guys already starting to do that? I can't say it's never worked for me because I've not really done it that much. I'm just afraid that I'm going to run them off. But some people swear by it. We talked about it a little bit last week. Daniel's putting one of those blocks out Saturday. Daniel, will you send me photos of what you have coming into it? Chris says, all my bucks were still hanging around each other last weekend. Jim has a few scrapes. Now's the time. Got it. So let's talk real quick. It's 9:30. Guys, the rut is here, right? Like it's not fully blown here, but we know the rut is like, it's like let me go this way. It's like a bell curve, right? So it starts slow, it builds around like November 6th is like the peak, and then it starts coming back down, right? Maybe November 13th is a peak. Heck, I don't know, but you know what I'm saying, right?
That's about where it's at.
It starts slow, it builds, it peaks, It starts to come back down. It wanes. It comes back a little bit in December, comes back even less in January for those does who have not been bred. But what are you guys seeing? I said on this video, hey, let's do a rut report. Mike, you've not really been out in the woods that much, but you have cameras. Are you seeing anything on your cameras that would tell you, hey, these bucks are gearing up, testosterone is flowing, they're jacked up and ready to go?
Yeah, we're seeing some daytime buck activity. We're not seeing anything big or like monster buck size, but several cousins have been texting me saying, "Hey, I got some daytime photos." Cousin sent me a pretty decent buck the other day, actually on a different property that he's got cameras on. So
Yeah,
starting to see an uptick in daytime activity. Saw a buck actually behind my house yesterday, right behind the chicken coop back here in my neighborhood.
nice.
So he was there's an oak tree in my neighbor's yard down in the woods that's dropping acorns, and they're actually using the hillside right behind my house. So I've been seeing quite a few deer just right over the back deck. You can pretty much see them in the evenings back there. So I did see a buck who's small, but he was up moving around. So it's happening. It's starting to creep in.
There you go. There you go. I'm going to go Saturday night. So you guys are going to be, a lot of you are going to be quota hunting. Let us know, where you quota hunting. If you got the quota hunt, put in the comments where you're quota hunting this Saturday. But I am going to go Saturday night. I'm going to a WMA near my house. I can't tell you the last time a buck was killed on that WMA. Does are killed there every year. A couple years ago, I mean, at the most, there's one buck killed there a year. It's only 140 some acres. But I'm thinking, maybe if I go there, I'm probably going to be the only person there Saturday night. I might be able to, maybe do some grunting, rattling, maybe lure a buck off the neighboring property where I know their bucks are. But if I do that, I'm just there to kill a doe, so I don't care. Maybe I'll scare the does off. I don't know. Bradley, who is dressed like Fred Flintstone in his profile picture, I mentioned that last week. Bradley, is that what you're going as Halloween this year too, or is that from last year? Or maybe that's recent. He said, I grunted a huge 8 into 15 yards on September 22nd. Wow. It was after I shot my buck, so I could only admire him. Well, that's cool. Gary says the guys at Hinton Mills and Maze Lick are great. They stopped in there Friday, bought some antler builder. Thanks for your business, Gary. Tony's been rattling for 2 weeks. Chris has 3 years in a row. Chris has filled his tag early during early muzzleloader season. PK says bucks are hitting scrapes quite a bit. It's up and down every year. Right. Yeah, they are already pushing does. Had a buck grunting in the hollow yesterday. Now, Paul spelled that hollow, but we call them hollers. Right? We
HOLLER.
call them hollers. Yeah. HOLLER, hollers. My buddy sent me a video earlier, 2 bucks chasing an old doe. My older bucks are all swelled up. Wow, look at this. Now, this goes against everything Michael believes in. But I wouldn't do it, but I'm here for it, Daniel. Daniel shot his buck at 85 yards with a Raven crossbow.
Ravens can do that.
Now, here's the deal. I don't think I could do it because, heck, I had a bad shot on one at about 35 to 38 yards. Now, it was freehand. I turned around freehand. And that was on Saturday. 85 yards, that's a long way. That is a long way. What was that? It's 255 feet. Is that what it is? Man, Daniel, that's impressive.
That's a very long
That's
way.
not Daniel. That's Bomar. Well, he wouldn't use a crossbow. What's Bomar's name? That's Joshua Bomar, or the keep hammering guy, whoever that is. Camera's going crazy. Scrapes are slick dirt in a lot of my ground. Been seeing sparring on camera, mostly night pictures, some daylight pictures.
Been seeing a lot of that on
William
camera.
Hanson Begg. Man, that is an impressive name. William Hanson Begg. Isn't that a cool name? I feel like that sounds like a presidential name. William. Thanks for joining us, William. You're graciously. Love getting into the woods. Haven't seen much action around me yet. Where are you from, William? Let us know. I've not seen your name before. If you're new, we appreciate you. We're here every Tuesday. We want you to come back. Blake says, finding some fresh scrapes and new bucks showing up on camera. Him and his wife got picked for Ballard quota. That's a good one, Blake. Go get them. A few years ago, my hair isn't that dark. Oh, he was Fred Flintstone a few years ago. Okay. Same in Ohio. Once corn comes out, we'll see a lot more big bucks. Let's see here. Do y'all think West Texas will ever be able to feed deer again?
I don't know.
Probably not. Probably not. Here's the deal. I know. Okay, let's talk. We talked about this last week. This is a good topic. I think Fish and Wildlife, I don't think they're against it. I just think you're probably going to find another CWD case out there. You've already had two. One was 8 miles. One was in Tennessee, 8 miles from Kentucky, which is within our range. The other was in Ballard County. And the reason I say probably not is because I don't think you're going to go 3 more years and not have a CWD case. Mike, what do you think?
I actually disagree with some of the people we've talked to, or maybe it's just me that I've talked to. All the biologists I talk to hate it. They hate
no. Okay. Let me correct what I'm saying. As an organization, Fish and Wildlife's not looking to ban baiting for good. They're not.
They're not.
Rich Storm told me with his own mouth, we're never going to ban baiting.
Right.
Because not that they don't want to. He said we're never going to ban baiting unless they have to because CWD, because hunter satisfaction. He said we can't do that. Like hunters will throw a fit. He's like, it's not smart for us to ban baiting when it comes to hunter satisfaction. Now, does every single deer biologist in the world want to ban baiting? Yes, they hate it. So you're right.
Yeah. Let me put it this way. I've had people tell me in the department if they had it their way, they would get rid of it.
Sure, yeah, most of them.
But obviously they know that hunter satisfaction, it would go crazy. It would plummet if they were to do that. So They probably won't do it statewide, but you never know.
Well, here's what we talked about last weekend, or last Tuesday. Here's what we talked about. We we had a CWD case in Breckenridge County, a fantastic deer hunting county. Now under surveillance zone is Hardin County, the number 1 deer hunting county in Kentucky. And I think maybe Ohio County. There's another one. I have to pull up the map. They're in surveillance zones. As of right now, Central and Eastern Kentucky are good. Throw out all the corn you want, preferably antler builder. We love for you to get antler builder, but if you just get the $8 bag of corn, throw all of it out you want. But as soon as there's a CWD case near where you live, it's going to be ended. And that ban is not going to be lifted unless there is, I don't know, maybe it's a 5-year run without a case. I don't know. I do know that Fish and Wildlife feels very confident that they can mitigate it and prevent it. It doesn't have to be widespread, but who knows, right? We don't even know what the implications are of this deer that was just found with a positive case. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, something along the lines of this, something I wanted to share with everyone here. I don't know if anybody saw the Fort Knox post on that from the Hunt Control Office and also their Fish and Wildlife Resources department, kind of the area in Fort Knox. If you go to Fort Knox this year and you harvest a deer, it cannot leave outside of those 3 counties that are locked down. So if you, for instance, harvest a deer in Hardin County, they announced this. I've got the post right here actually.
I'm glad you told me this. I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's well, it was in a group text with my uncles and family members. They're all hacked about it. They're upset because it's going to be a
So
pain in the
you
rear
have to
for
get it
people.
processed
You
there.
have to get it processed down there, so it's going to be a pain in the rear.
Okay. Do you have to? What if you do it yourself?
Uh, I'll
What
see
if
if
I
I can.
take my deer to PKs? I can do that. I can take my deer to PKs. I can skin it. I can do it myself. They can't stop you from doing that.
So here's what it says: deer carcasses or high risk parts, brain, eyes, backbone, spleen for deer harvested within Fort Knox may not be taken outside of the 3 county Hardin, Meade, Breckenridge CWD surveillance zones designated by the Kentucky Fish and Wildlife Department. Only deboned meat, antlers attached to clean the skull cap, a clean skull,
Yeah.
clean teeth, hides, and finished taxidermy products may be taken outside of the designated
Yeah,
surveillance
that's fine.
zone. So just a heads up on that. Saw that earlier today just in a group text because it fired up my family members.
So PK's probably still on here. So if I go to Knox, I'm going to Knox like at least 8 more days. Not trips, probably like 3 or 4 more trips, 8 more days. If I go to Knox, I kill a deer there. PK, I'm bringing it to your house. We're going to string it up in a tree. Your neighbors may not like it. And we're going to process it. We're going to skin it. We're going to cut it up. Or we'll take it to Frankie's. Or we'll take it somewhere within those 3 zones. Heck, I think Ohio County, is Ohio County one of them?
It said Meade, Breckenridge. Well, yeah, for Western Kentucky, I think Ohio County is that, but
No,
for
Ohio County borders Breckenridge.
well, it's not
It's
included.
not okay. So
It's
Meade, Breckenridge, and Hardin.
Meade, and Breckenridge. Yep.
Okay, so yeah, we'll find a place. We'll go and we'll. I ain't leaving my deer there for $120 for somebody
Yeah.
else to do.
My
You
uncle
know?
was off. My uncle was all fired up about it. He's like, I don't know if this is worth it anymore.
Oh, you know what? Stay home, Uncle. More for us. You
You
took my
know,
hunting spot last year anyway.
he ain't gonna be staying home. I can promise you
No.
that. He's all talk. He's gonna hunt.
Kelsey says, we love having female hunters on here. What happened to, was it Julie or Julia, our Alaskan friend?
Canada. Yeah, I believe she was from
Yeah,
Canada.
yeah, it's the same thing. Our Canadian friend who was
Not
just
really.
crushing all the animals. Because says my bucks have finally made their way to daylight. I've got fresh scrapes all around me, seeing a buck chasing a doe, 2 bucks fighting in front of me this weekend. Why didn't you shoot
That's
them,
awesome.
Kelsey? Why didn't you shoot them? Let's see. Gordy says, I can understand we really shouldn't feed wild animals, making them rely on it too much. But Gordy, that's the plan. They rely on it, and we don't have to get out there and scout very much. We just go out there and sit and kill one. It's easy.
He says it's easy.
Daniel says he's paying $6.50 for corn. You guys need to get with Daniel there. You can debone the deer and take it out of the zone. There you go. WO says several states have that same regulation. You can process them yourself. I mean, it's the same thing. If I went to Ohio and killed a buck, I can't bring that entire deer back to Kentucky.
Yeah.
What you read is what I can bring back to Kentucky. Because
Yeah.
if you do, there's a law called the Lacey Act, and they will crush you. You probably wouldn't go to prison, but you're going to pay a hefty fine.
You'd get in a lot of trouble if
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
caught. That's why when we were talking about this, I wanted to share that because I saw that today.
Yeah. Steve says, I think the CWD voluntary drop-off zones around the state that you can enter to win prizes too. Okay. Virgil says, I was putting out Lucky Buck and Trophy Rock this year, and the deer were killing it. Those are 2 great products for sure, Virgil. I
Yep.
agree with you. Milton John, this Fort Knox buck's giving me gray hair. Milton, I tell you what, I was talking to a friend that was Fort Knox this weekend. He said he saw a big 10-pointer that I think he said was out of range. I've been 3 or 4 days there this year. Saw a few does. My last weekend there, I didn't see anything, and it was very frustrating. But I'm going back November 16th and 17th. I think I'll be there. November 23rd and 24th, I'll be there. Maybe 22nd. Work's gotten so busy, I can hardly take a Friday off now, which is good. I'm very grateful. Very grateful. All right, let's see here. WO says, I killed a buck and doe in Illinois a few years back and left them with a locker to be processed because of this. Had them grind up both deer. It was $400. Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
And his tags were probably $350. Yeah, I wouldn't do that either, W. I would just take it. I would just do it myself. Hang it up right there. I thought the Lacey Act was for dog abuse. No, Lacey Act it is the Lacey Act. I'm right, right? Lacey Act is you can't cross $500 tag. Jesus. I shouldn't have said that. Jeez. I'm trying not to say that. It's disrespectful. William says we have CWD zones in Minnesota. A lot of the zones near these CWD zones, we are not allowed to even use attractants. Yeah, same thing here. So when CWD is found, minerals, feed, corn, grain, millet. I don't even know what millet is. All that stuff's off limits. You can't use it anymore. So, antler builder and alfalfa monster mineral is what helping my deer grow. Yeah, man, that's a good combo right there. Lacey Act is when you cross state line after committing a violation. Yep. Okay, so what is the act of that you can't transport carcasses across state lines? Is that that's also part of it, right?
Very similar.
Am I wrong? Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we don't claim to be experts here. Okay, we just
not on the legal terminology. No,
yeah, not on anything. I usually have one big food plot, 3 smaller ones, but because of the drought this year, they didn't do well. Yeah, the drought was bad. All right, hey, let's look at some pictures you guys have sent us. If you kill a deer illegally in Kentucky and leave the state, that's the Lacey Act. Okay. Well, Jeff, why don't you Google real quick? What is it called? And you might already know this, Jeff. I don't know. What is it called when you transport a carcass across state lines? Because that is illegal. You're not allowed to do that.
Right.
And it's because of things like CWD. So let's look here. Man, I'm so glad Mitch got on here tonight. Wasn't that nice?
That was cool. That was great. Great
so
story.
Was it last week? Was it last week when Joe shared the biggest public land deer any of us have ever seen? Mike, did you see that last week?
Yes, I did. Yeah, he
Jeez Louise, that thing was incredible. Same charge. Okay, so he said it's the same charge. There you go.
Yep.
All right. So I'm not going to start off now. Frank Morrow, if you know Frank, he is a big deer slayer. And yeah, EOM is not liable or responsible. Frank is a big deer slayer. You guys are sending me so many messages I can't keep up.
I love it.
And I'm not going to start off with his buck because he puts the rest of us to shame. So we'll save his for a minute. So if you want to see a big buck that was killed recently, we'll pull up Frank's. Let's start with Greg's. Greg sent me this. When Greg told me his granddaughter killed a buck at Fort Knox, Greg, I was not expecting this kind of buck. I should have been at Fort Knox. I don't know why, Greg. I really underestimated your granddaughter here, but look at this, guys. That's a heck of one. Greg, did you take her?
That looks like a Fort
Knox. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Love it.
Maybe 7. 8,
That's a great deer.
Is it an 11 point? I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. That kind of looks like one right there. We got to think about that one, guys.
That looks like a Fort Knox deer to me. You can just tell.
Everybody see that okay?
That's cool.
We got to think about that. You guys, yeah, that's a very nice deer. Jeff said, I saw that pic yesterday. You've been going around. Nice deer. Very nice. Very nice. Mm-hmm. Her dad took her. Okay. What? How big do you guys think that deer is? And we love to see, listen, I have 2 girls. My daughters, my world. Love to see young ladies hunting in the woods.
Yeah, that's a terrific deer, man. I love it.
There you go. All right. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving here. What else we got? If you sent something and I skip it, it's not on purpose. There's just a lot of messages here. Every Monday, Tuesday, actually every day of the week, I get way too many messages. Scott Butler here.
I saw a message a little bit ago. Shane Prater asked if I had taken some time off for the December elk hunt. I have not done so yet. Still kind of working out even my family home schedule here. I know that when we get a little into December, my daughter has multiple away from home trips that she's got to go on, which my wife would have to take her to where I'd be home with the boys. So we're still trying to
Hey,
work
is
that
it?
out and figure that
Listen,
out.
just tell the wife to take all three. Isn't that why you get married?
Well, I mean,
Right?
it's so like
I'm
she does
joking. I'm joking.
travel, cheer, and tumbling, and then her stuff's going to start kicking in where she's going to have to take her to like Columbus overnight or
Make them
different
boys
places.
pack up and go with her. They
Yeah.
can go watch the cheerleading competition.
Well, they're going to probably be playing basketball and whatever else. Just a tough time in life right now, guys. It's very busy,
Busy,
very
man. Busy,
very
busy.
devoted to
All
the
right, there's
kids.
one from Scott Butler. Yeah, that is a big body. He's ready to go. He's ready to chase them does. All right, let's keep moving here. Um, let's see who's next. Gary Kite sent something. But I'm going in order here. Tim. So this is the buck. Now I don't know if Mitch wanted me to share this, but none of y'all know where it is. You're not gonna find it. Y'all not good enough to go up there anyway. I'm just kidding. Mitch sent this one. This is the buck. So you saw the buck that Mitch killed, right? Less than a year from almost dying himself, he killed the buck that we showed you. This is the brute he was after. My goodness.
Oof.
Look at that. Look at the mass on that thing. Now, look, this is one we need to predict the score. So if you're looking at this, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe a 10-pointer. What do you guys think this buck would score if you had to guess? What do you guys
That's a
think?
big one.
What do you think, Mike? Go ahead and throw the first one out there.
I'm gonna go. Ooh, that's tough. That angle's tough, but I'm gonna go 163 and a quarter.
Okay. Ooh, 163 and a quarter. There you go. It's very specific. What do you guys think? He is a thick guy. Insane mass. You're right, Daniel. PK says 150ish. You got to be specific, PK. 150 watt.
The brow tines being little is gonna hurt bad on that as far as like the score. I might be a little high on it, but
Yeah, it's lacking brow tines. Like, what
it's
the
a
heck is that?
freaking nice buck.
You know?
It's a really nice buck.
William, I will check in just a second, William. William, go add me on Facebook. It may not let you add me. It may just let you follow me. John Stepp, STEPP, and go add me on there. That way you can always follow along. So we got scores coming in. Let's see. I don't see any eye guards. Maybe 140, 143, 168, 149, 147, 158, 154, 156 and 3/4. Look at that. They would really say 6/8. No brown tines. So 148. Hey, Brandon Kloss, I was just thinking about you today. I was looking, one of our videos from last year popped up in my memories, and it said Brandon Kloss liked this video. And I was like, man, I've not heard from that guy in forever. So, Brandon, it is good to see you on here, brother. We always enjoy having you. Glad you're back. Feel like we've missed you for a long time, but hey, glad you're here. 155, 151. Gordy says he's shooting 152. I don't know, but listen, I mean, Mitch came away with a good buck, but my gosh, that one is incredible.
Yeah, that one's a good one, man.
And that photo looks like it's from 1978 too.
Yeah,
Like got faded and everything. Let's see. Let's keep going. So Mitch, my man, too bad you don't get 2 buck tags. I bet that old boy don't make it. All right, let's just go ahead. Let's just go ahead with Frank here. So Frank has sent this buck, or not sent it to him, but it's going to have this buck measured by our buddy Boone and Crockett measure Dale Weddle. If I can figure out how to share this daggone thing, hold on. Sorry for whistling. Look at that. Now to give you an idea of how big this buck is, Frank's about 6'5". No, he's not. Frank is like the deer hunting version of Billy Barnett. Every time I see Frank or Billy, they remind me of each other. Have you ever met Frank? I've met him once.
not in person, I don't believe.
Yeah, and
I've written a
he's
story
a
about
good
Frank.
dude. He's a good dude. He's I follow him on Facebook, so I've only met him once, but he's a good dude. He's a great deer hunter, and he just reminds me so much of Billy Barnett. I don't know. Yeah, what do you guys think that buck? It's not been measured yet. Old Dale Weddle, Somerset's finest, will be measuring it. What do you guys think? And I don't think this buck's bigger than the one he killed last time. I'm gonna look it up real quick. You guys send in your comments. What do you think? How big is zoom in? Okay. Well, I didn't want to cut Frank out of the picture there, as far as I can zoom right there. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points just down here.
It's got a lot.
Yeah, it's a cool buck, man. It's a cool buck. Let's see what Frank said here.
Yeah, those are definitely forked brows there, PK.
Now we don't have an official score, so we're going green score here. So this is before like the drying period, which will shrink it some. So what do you guys think the green score is? Let's see if anyone's gotten it right. Guys, I'm just going to tell you, everyone is too low. Everyone I see is too low. What do you think, Mike?
I'm going to go 184.5.
Mike is too low. Mike is too low.
Really?
Yeah.
There we go. I like it.
Too low.
I like being too low.
Frank, I don't know if you're still on here, but we appreciate you sharing. All right, we got a 185. Too low. Everyone still is too low. Oh, well, Daniel Poe said 210. Not that high, Daniel. It stayed in the ones. It's not 200. All right, Steve is 192. Too high, Steve. Too high. So it's between 185 and 192. I'm not going to tell you. It's between 185 and 192. It's a hard pick to tell. It is a hard pick because he's got it turned. I'm sure if you go to his page, he's got more. Heck, he may have sent me more. It's 188 and 7/8. So it's an eighth of an inch from 189 inches. So congratulations to Frank. That's an amazing buck. Did anyone else give me pictures? Let's see. Michael sent a video. Mike, maybe he sent one of a bear.
I know Brent sent a really nice buck to you, I believe.
Oh yeah, the deer make the buck. I sent you the video. Okay. Well, that's okay, Brent. No, listen, we're not here just to. We're here to gaze at these amazing huge bucks. Y'all see that bear? I love watching bears. By the way,
that's cool.
That's number one on my list. I love to kill one, but we're just Brent. We're not comparing sizes, brother. We're just here to have a good time. Let's see here. We got a couple minutes left. Let's get this going here. Thank you, Michael. Love to kill that bear for you. Gary Kite was next. Gary's got some big ones, boys. He got some big ones up there in Ohio. Let's see. Am I sharing that?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good deer.
That's a good one. Oh, there he is. That big, thick neck. Look at him. All right, let's go to Brandon's. Hard to see that. Let's see. Brandon, you sent me another one, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
You see that? Uh-oh.
Wow.
I think that's the buck he has on the ground in this other picture. We'll look. That's a good one.
That's a cool deer.
Yeah, that's the same one. See that? Alive? Not alive. Brandon, that's nice. That's an Ohio buck that Brandon got. See, Brandon, I'm glad you're here, brother. You got to share your kill with us. We love it. Let's see what else. Do we have anything else? I think that's it. We do have one. I got to switch pages, though. He sent to me. I don't think it's a deer. So, William Hanson Begg. Hanson Begg is two last names combined, by the way. While I'm pulling that up, Virgil says, how about hunting Peabody in Ohio County? Me and my buddy going down there opening weekend of rifle this year to doe hunt. I've been down there. Mike, why don't you give your thoughts on Peabody while I'm pulling this other?
Yeah, Peabody's a really good place. It's kind of patchy in some places. It obviously goes around some private property. Just from what you all have told me, this is not, me. I've never been there during gun season, but just the rumor and innuendo that I hear as far as Peabody WMA, it gets to be pretty war zoney, if you will. the way it's been
Gets
described to
overrun,
me.
yeah.
So it gets a little loaded. So be careful. Try to find some what looks to be secluded pockets. Don't go to anything that's sizable or big in those areas. Just the way you all have described it to me. There's some areas where people just set up on hillsides, and then deer come running out on the opposite hillside, and people just sit in lawn chairs and almost like in a party setting, fire away at deer that run across the hill. This is just stuff that I hear. I don't know if it's true, but just be careful. Find you some small pockets that you can hit, and hopefully you can kind of stay away from others.
Hey, Virgil, I tell you what, if you have Onyx, brother, just send me a message and I'll send you places where I like to hunt. I'll send you one place, Virgil, that I've never hunted during rifle season. I would highly doubt no one will be there, and I think it's a great place. I think you could really do well there. So if you have Onyx, I'll send it to you. Even if you don't, even if you just have a smartphone, I'll send it to you on a map. All right, so look, not Virgil, but William Hanson Begg. Is that his name? I have to scroll back up to look. Kind of sounds like a WWE name. William Hanson Begg. All right, let's see here. Here's what he shared. It's not a deer, but it is giant. Mike, tell me if you've ever had raccoons this large.
Goodness.
Look at that.
Those have got to.
What are these coons eating?
Those have got to be taken out immediately.
Gosh,
you
dude,
don't want
they've had
those
all the
breeding.
turkey eggs.
Goodness. Those look like
Are you guys
freaking.
seeing this?
Those look like pot-belly pigs. That's ridiculous. We got to get rid of them things. You need to be setting some
What
traps.
is going on?
That's not ones you want to be breeding out there. That's for sure.
They're eating his chicken eggs. He said, "Yeah." They WO said the same thing you said. Pot-belly pigs. Look at that.
Goodness.
My gosh.
They need destroyed, all of them.
So you guys have probably heard me talk about how I've had raccoons try to get into my house, like through the soffit. I trapped a possum, took care of it. I couldn't catch this daggone raccoon. Guys, I came home from the hunting trip this weekend, and what's dead in front of my house in the road? A massive raccoon. I've never been so glad to see a dead raccoon in the road. I hope it's that one that's been terrorizing me.
Right.
Only come meet its maker. Let's see. We are focusing on raccoons immediately after rifle season. Dude, that is crazy, William.
Yes, it is.
Now these are Minnesota raccoons. They just, I guess, I don't know, Minnesota raccoons. Those are Tim Waltz raccoons. Is he from Minnesota?
Yeah, I think so.
Is Tim Waltz from Minnesota? Do you think Tim Waltz could load a shotgun and shoot that raccoon? No. Have y'all seen that? Is this off topic? I don't know.
It is off topic, but I'm going to say no.
You think so?
Yeah. No.
Do you think listen, this is a hunting show, right? This is a hunting show. I'm not saying anything negative. I'm asking a question. Hold on a second. Could Tim Waltz, vice presidential candidate for the Democratic Party, could he load a shotgun and shoot this raccoon? You guys think? Here, I'll show you right here. Absolutely not. I don't know. We'll see. Now listen, William Hanson Begg. If you are a Tim Waltz fan, you may have voted for him for governor. It's cool around here, man. We love you. But I just want to share. Oh, it's already being shared. Have you seen this video, Mike?
No, I don't think I have.
I want to see what you guys think about this. Give me your thoughts. So here's Tim Waltz. Where's the part where he tries to load it?
Every vice president joke ever made was about to be made right there. So you know it. And I was just like this.
Well, anyway, I don't know. That's the wrong video. Do you guys? So Mike, he was trying to. He says he's a bird hunter. I guess he was trying to load a gun, and he couldn't load it. He didn't know how to load the shotgun.
Sure.
So anyway, William says I sent a video From a buck last year, I seen one of the bigger bucks on property. Tim Watts is not a friend of mine. Can't even shoot or load a gun. See, I told you he couldn't do it. Let's see. So we'll look at one more. William Hanson Begg sent us a video. William, I don't see the video. And then I forgot Brent, my buddy Brent. I can't forget Brent. And then we'll call it a night here. So Mike, you gotta look up that video.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
Mike, who are you voting for?
Gee, I wonder.
Hey, if you drive up to Kenton County, Mike's house, he's got a Harris Waltz sign.
Yeah. Dude. Oh, maybe I shouldn't share here, but I was driving to Sports of All Sorts tonight for Wyatt's game, and the car in front of me had a sticker on the back of the car that said Harris 2024.
Yeah.
But it was her, it was two gentlemen standing tall and her down holding.
My God. I think you're way out of line here.
No, I'm just telling you what I saw. It was a sticker.
Look at this video. Now, I always like to see these bucks going wild in scrapes and hitting trees. Y'all see that? Can you see that, Mike?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mike just went extra. I mean, Mike.
I kept it tame, but it was a funny sticker, man. It cracked me up.
My goodness, Mike. This is a family show. I mean, people showing
I didn't say
pictures of their kids and grandkids on here, and you made it dirty.
No, I didn't say
guys, let me apologize on Mike's behalf, okay?
I didn't say anything dirty.
Let me apologize on Mike's behalf. No.
It was a funny sticker, though. I'll tell you that.
He is, I will say this. I talked to a lot of people at work, and they all potential customers and clients. I'm trying to, make sales calls, and they're like, buddy, we're just waiting to see how this election is going to do next week. So,
yeah.
And guess what, guys? Do you guys want to do this like next week? Next Tuesday, we have a show. Now, do you guys want to have like a Eastern Outdoors Tuesday Night Live election special? Right? Will that be fun? We're all watching the election unfold on TV. We're here talking about deer hunting and what's going on. Does that sound like a fun time to everyone? Sounds like a blast to me. What do you think, Mike?
You definitely can get a lot out
Mike
there.
will keep it PG-13, Mike. Gosh, go to church.
PG-13. I do go to church, sir.
I'm just joking. I can't find. Scott asked me how many comments. How we doing? Well, we got 417 comments. So we're going to have to give away a hat. Mike, why don't you talk to them? Let me go find a hat to give away, okay? I'll be right back.
Yep. That some of the really cool thing about Brent's video there is it totally shows you the behavior of bucks when they hit those scrapes. It's really cool. And unfortunately it cut off. He looked like he was getting ready to pee in the scrape, which is kind of cool to have that captured. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to Tuesday, frankly. My wife and I have been talking about, stuff as far as what we think could happen or whatever. But we'll see. We're just going to keep living and keep praying and live for others and help others. And that's really all we can really do as far as, go do our thing when we go vote and the cards will fall where they fall, and we pray about it and just keep the people that we love and our friends close and just keep living, just keep getting after it. It's just one of those things. I'm going to start doing some more self-sustaining things. That's for sure. I don't know if anybody's feeling that same way. You know where I'm at, PK. You got it. Yeah. So like we're going to keep plugging away and I'm going to start doing some things. Even my wife and I have been talking about doing some more self-sustaining things. We've got some folks, some family that's got property, and we might just start doing some big, almost community, some community gardens and stuff like that. And obviously deer and turkey and just start to do a little bit more about safe sustainability and a little bit of, home stuff, doing it on our own. And hey, what's up, man? We were just talking about, no matter what goes on Tuesday, our family's gonna start doing some more self-sustainable things because the expenses that we're seeing and things of that nature. So we're gonna start making some adjustments, no matter what happens. But obviously, if one way goes, if it goes away that I don't want it to go personally, we're gonna fix some stuff.
Groceries get too high. William Hanson Begg, all he has to do is eat those raccoons. He's good for months. All right, we got 3 hats. You're going to choose. Here's what we're going to do. You guys are going to choose the hat we're giving away. Hat A, hat B, hat C. Don't vote until we get through. All right, hat A is I can't read. Oh, non-typical camouflage hat. It says non-typical by Drake.
Yeah, that's a cool hat.
Mossy oak pattern. Drake non-typical. Tag still on it. That's A. B, just a plain old black and gray Springfield Armory hat. Or C, a Fox Pro hat. It is.
We definitely got to do that first.
So A, B, or C. A was the non-typical Drake hat. B was the Springfield Armory hat. And C is the Fox Pro hat. You guys vote. Okay, looks like A is out to a strong lead.
A for sure.
Personally, I like the probably because I have like 4 of those choice A. Personally, I like the Fox Pro hat. See, Daniel agrees. Where's the orange hat? I couldn't find it, Joe. I have to find it next week. I do have one though. All right, so A it is. All right, here we go. We have, gosh, you guys just comment. We have a lot more. We have a lot more than 417. Now, if this number 463. All right, if this number that I'm getting ready to choose is like a pretty quick number, we'll go ahead and announce the winner here. But if it's like 320, I'll have to count when we get off. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do this number generator. Everybody watch it. You could be the winner. Now, the way I count is I go to my phone. I hit all comments so I can view all comments. I just start counting from the top, okay? It may look different on your screen. We're using my screen. Here we go. We'll just say 1 through 470. And the winner is going to be number 183. So 183, not going to count those live. That's boring. But I'm going to do that right now. As soon as we get off here, 183, I will comment. I will reply to the comment. So if Scott Butler's LOL is the 183rd comment on my phone, I will reply and say, congratulations, Scott Butler. You won the hat. Send me your address, and I'll get it to you soon.
Sounds good.
All right. Listen, guys, we appreciate you. There's still 40 people watching us online. That's ridiculous. At 10:13, 40 people decided to watch us on a Tuesday night.
Thank you all.
It makes my week, and I appreciate you. And hey, we'll just give stuff away every week. It cost me a few bucks in shipping. But hey, we hope you get out there Thursday, Halloween, Saturday, first weekend in November, and you find the buck you've always been looking for, and have a great time and be safe. One thing we learned tonight, be safe. And if you fall 24 feet, you can come back the next year and kill a big buck, maybe. I don't know. But hey, love you guys so much. We appreciate you. Have a good week. We'll see you next Tuesday. Be here next Tuesday, biggest day of the year. Election, November 5th, great deer hunting day. It's going to be phenomenal. See you guys.